This week, I fly on a plane that's actually a bus, sample a Philadelphia speciality,
Nice, juicy sausage.
and take a ride on what just might be America's most expensive bus route.
I paid $700 to ride a bus.
As I spend 16 hours taking every single American Airlines bus route back to back.
Welcome to Allentown
Allen!
in Pennsylvania International Airport. And today I've got 6 flights to take, but I'm not even going to be leaving the ground. Let me go and get checked in for my first flight.
So first things first, I head inside to check in for my first flight of the day. You check in just like a regular flight.
Right, so I have my boarding pass and I'm about to go through TSA security for a bus. Morning, how are you?
I just need
Very much.
you are.
Thank you. Right, and security cleared. Time to head to the gate for my first flight / bus of the day. You see, American Airlines have a network of routes out of Philadelphia all around the northeast of America that don't go on a plane. They just use buses. But despite that, they don't go from the curb out the front like you'd expect. They go from an actual airport gate to an airport gate, so you're completely airside the whole way. And that's what we're doing today. We're taking every single American Airlines bus route back to back, all 6 of them in a single day. And hopefully tonight we'll be arriving somewhere else in Pennsylvania. Let's see how it goes.
I headed to the gate where my first flight of the day would soon be arriving. Like every other flight, it has a gate number, a departure time, a boarding pass. But there was one small difference. This one has a horn.
Right, so there is my first flight, or should I say bus, taking me across to Philadelphia this morning. The bags have just turned up, they're about to get them loaded on board, and then we'll be getting on board for the first leg of the day.
Thank you for choosing us to be a part of your journey. We'll begin boarding flight 6541 to Philadelphia in just a few minutes.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Noel?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you so
Have a good
much.
day. Hi, good morning. How are you? Good, thank you.
Content?
Yeah.
What's your name today?
Hey, how are you doing? I'm good, thanks. How are you? No. No, I know where you are.
I see your videos all the time, sir. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you
oh my
too.
God.
Thank you.
I'm normally not a starstruck person, but I think what you do is absolutely phenomenal.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes.
It's very kind of you to say.
Good stuff, man.
I'll see you later. Thank you. Thanks.
So welcome on board American Airlines flight to Philadelphia, operated by a coach. The seats are arranged in a spacious 1-2 configuration and are actually pretty comfortable. They include all the luxuries you'd expect on a regional flight. The seats come with tray tables, overhead reading lights, reclining seats, and even cup holders. You don't even get those on a CRJ. Before we pushed back from the gate, we even got a safety demonstration, naturally.
I want to thank you for riding with us today. Before we depart, we'd like to review some important safety information about our trip today.
Once the safety demo was complete, we pushed back from the gate and taxied out straight onto the freeway. My first flight today then took me south out of Allentown all the way down to Philadelphia. Flight time today 1 hour and 26 minutes, cruising at about 8 feet.
It feels so weird going through all that just to get on a bus. But anyway, we are now airborne, or should I say bus-borne, from Allentown International Airport, cruising at an altitude of approximately 8 feet as we leave Allentown and head down to our first stop today, Philadelphia International Airport.
The drive down to Philly seemed to pass in no time at all really. The bus was really comfortable and I was able to get quite a bit of work done all the way down. After a while though, we soon arrived into Philadelphia, and after a quick security check we were airside once again, driving around the airport amongst all of the regional jets.
And just like that, we are airside at Philadelphia Airport. That is so cool.
And just like that, we were taxiing into the gate, giving way of course to the jets along the way. We taxied around to our stand and even got marshalled into our very own gate. No engines to shut down, no flaps to retract, just a very well timed handbrake.
There we go then, flight number 1 done on the bus. 5 more to go. I do have to say, it feels so strange having just taken a bus from one airport departure lounge to another. And we're going to be doing that several times today. So this is the first of 3 times today I'm coming through Philadelphia, each time through this gate here. The next leg we're off to Atlantic City in New Jersey.
Passengers going to Atlantic City, you are welcome to board on Landside bus 6549 to Atlantic City.
Hey.
They're going to scan outside.
Thank you. Thank you. All right then, second bus of the day down to Atlantic City in New Jersey. We'll be back in Philadelphia in a few hours' time. But for now, let's enjoy another road trip.
Pretty soon everybody was on board and it was time to push back and taxi out once again for a flight on a bus. We went through the gate and said goodbye to Philadelphia for the first time today. My next leg then took me down to Atlantic City. Flight time for this route 1 hour and 12 minutes. We left the terminal behind and headed out across the dockyards of Philadelphia, past warehouses, train yards and forgotten corners of the city that most travellers probably never see. We crossed the river into New Jersey and for a while it actually felt like a road trip. I got some editing done, answered a few emails, probably annoyed the guy behind me by reclining my seat again, and then, like deja vu, we turned off the highway and taxied up to the gate at Atlantic City International Airport. Same airline, same gate experience, still no plane.
Carry-ons will be here. Your check bags will meet you inside if you have any. How'd you like it?
Yeah, good. Heading back to Philadelphia in an hour, so
Oh,
probably got you again then.
What'd you think of it so far?
It's good. It's better than flying, isn't it? And I love the fact that it's all airside
They're starting
as well.
it on the East Coast.
Sorry?
They're starting this on the East Coast,
Yeah.
and they're gradually moving it.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, that's really good.
You know, Air Canada does it too.
Yeah, Air Canada. I think United do one, but it's Landside.
We've done,
Allentown,
it's
so,
Landside right now.
Yeah.
When you go to Newark, you drop on the outside, but we pick you up on the inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that one's different too.
Hey, I'll see you probably in an hour then.
Yep, I'll see you over here.
Now, one thing about these bus routes, though, is they are crazy expensive if you book them on their own. American Airlines don't want you booking these just to get on the bus, as I've done. I'm not their target customer. These are basically add-ons to flights connecting through Philly. If you want to come to Atlantic City and fly in from Dallas or somewhere, you'd fly Dallas to Philly and then connect on to Atlantic City is how they're doing it. So if you book the buses on their own, they are crazy expensive to try and stop people from booking them for these little jollies like this. Each leg on this bus works out at $400 to $500 US one way. Even that 56-minute ride just down into Atlantic City was $480 or something. Crazy, crazy, crazy prices for what is effectively just a bus service. I have paid for 4 of the buses that I'm doing today, and the other 2 I managed to get as redemptions through Alaska Airlines because there was only 2 of the routes that actually showed up on their award mileage thing. So I managed to get 2 of the flights on award points, but I have had to pay for the rest of them. The cost per mile, I don't even want to think about it. I'll tell you at the end when I've worked it out, when I've got home, and I'm not regretting it so much. But in any case, there was no time for financial regrets because it was time to get back on board the bus for the next leg.
Hey, yeah, back to Philly. Thank you. This time I was sat right at the back. So here we go again, pulling away from the terminal, taxiing past all of the planes. The experience was all starting to feel strangely familiar, but hey, at least I wasn't flying Spirit. Next leg then, back to Philadelphia. Flight time for this leg, 1 hour and 10 minutes.
Alright then, so off on flight number 3 of the day, or should I say bus ride number 3. I'm actually quite enjoying these bus rides. They're a lot more comfortable than riding on a battered old CRJ 200 or something, or whatever else they put on these flights. The legroom's pretty decent, and I really love the fact that with the Wi-Fi on the bus too, or with my phone as I'm using, because the Wi-Fi isn't that good, but I'm just using my phone's hotspot, I can just continue working from the second I get on. There's no having to put your laptops away for takeoff and landing and stuff. I can just sit here and work and crack on. There's power supply, there's Wi-Fi on the bus. Probably it's not the greatest, but I've got a phone signal. I'm in communicado for the entire time. It's really, really nice, really. Right, so I'm sitting in row 11 on this bus. I'm trying a different row on every single bus that I'm doing, and row 11 is quite handy because it's right at the back here, and it's right next to that door there. Shall we see where it goes?
It's time for the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
So we couldn't do a fancy road-borne flight review on a fancy coach without checking out the loo, which is right at the back of the bus. And it's a bit stinky. So, ooh, and it's a bit bouncy. We've got some instructions there, helpful instructions. Don't stand, sit, don't throw trash down the loo. Don't flush wet wipes down the toilet because they clog the system, and there is the toilet. Ooh, lovely. It looks as good as it smells. And then we've got some bog roll over here, look. And then we've got hand soap, but those... Ow. And then there's no sink. We've got a push to push just there. Yeah. This is why you have to sit down rather than stand, I suppose. This would be a bit of a predicament if I was stood having a pee and I was moving around like this. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my seat before I fall face first into this loo.
That was the Noel Phillips Lou Review.
It's definitely more bouncier here at the back of the bus than it is further forward, I have to say. I'm sort of think over the wheels at the back, but it is really bumpy. You feel every single bump in the road back here, more so than you do further forward. So if you're going to do one of these buses and try and sit probably in between the wheels, I would say is the comfiest place, but we're going to be right down at the front on the next one, I think, as well, so we'll see what it's like up there as well.
These journeys were becoming very familiar now, and before long we were arriving back into Philadelphia Airport in time for the next one. We pulled on stand next to an American Eagle CRJ.
On the sidewalk, please. On the sidewalk.
In the words of the amazingly talented Olivia Rodrigo, do you get deja vu? We're back here in Philadelphia, same place. One more connection, two more connections today. This is the second of the three. Next one, we're heading off to Wilmington in Delaware, which should be pretty cool. Let's go and get a bite to eat, actually. Let's get some lunch and then we'll head over to the gate to get on the next leg. Got me lunch then. I'm here for about an hour and 10 minutes now till the next leg, which is going to take me to Wilmington in Delaware, which is a pretty strange route really. I thought that Wilmington, well I think it is, Wilmington's basically a suburb of Philadelphia anyway. It's like 40 minutes away. It's not even that far, and yet American Airlines operate flights or buses there. Like, can you not just drive to Philly? But anyway, the next one's to Wilmington, Delaware, and back, and then we'll be back through here later for the last flight of the day up to the Mecca, for office fans at least, of Scranton, Pennsylvania, the International City of Light, Electric City I think they call it. We'll see what that's all about later, but let's get tucked into my burrito and then we'll get back down to the gate.
That's my two Wilmington passenger right here.
You got a plane all to yourself.
A bus to herself anyway.
It's a bus?
It's a bus, yeah.
I didn't do it.
I paid $700 to ride a bus. I was wondering why it took so long, because on a plane it doesn't take you that long. My sister goes, I could drive there and pick you up and be back faster.
Alright guys, you guys ready for Wilmington?
Already.
I had no idea I was going to take a bus. No, I paid money to ride American fly American Airlines, not ride a bus.
This is part of American Airlines. Welcome to Wilmington, Delaware bus, folks. I'm right on board.
Thank you, hello again. See you later.
This is part of American Airlines.
Yeah.
Oh shit. We're like Greyhound.
So with everyone happily on board, well, mostly, we pushed back from the gate, cleared the tarmac, and rejoined the great American skies via the I-95. My next leg then took me down to Wilmington in Delaware, flight time today of 53 minutes. This route's perhaps the most bizarre of all of these bus routes. Despite being in a different state, Wilmington's practically a suburb of Philadelphia. It's just 27 miles away. It hasn't seen a commercial flight from Philly since the 1960s, which even back then sounds crazy that a 27-mile flight could even be viable. And yet today, at least two of us would be on board the bus down to Wilmington on an American Airlines flight.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right then, Wilmington Airport in Delaware, penultimate but one stop, and it doesn't go on to the airside bit here by the looks of it. It drops you off here right outside the terminal. So now I've got to head inside and check in for the bus for the next ride back up to Philadelphia. It's going to take us to our final destination. So then a little bit of a snag in my plan to try and remain airside here. They only actually have TSA running here in Wilmington when Noel Airlines are flying, and they're not flying today. So there's no TSA today, no TSA screening point. So the buses pull up out here on the curb, which is what we've just done, which means that when we go back to Philly, of course it is the tightest connection of the day at 40 minutes, we're going to be dropped Landside and have to go through TSA up in Philly. Fingers crossed we're okay. Fingers crossed we make it early. Everyone so far has been a bit early, so we might be okay. Depending on that traffic, it's going to be rush hour traffic up to Philadelphia tonight, so we'll see when we get on the bus in a bit, I suppose.
Me. How you doing?
Hi, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Yes, of course I do, and I was so ready. You know what's funny? You being the only person. I pulled it up though. I do have it right here. But
no, you're good.
Here we go. Right here. Got it.
All right. It's just you, so have a seat wherever you like.
Thank you, driver's seat.
You want to sit up there? I'll sit in the back. All right. I'm locking up there. Okay.
So the next leg then took me back to Philadelphia, 34 minutes flight time on this one.
Alright then, the penultimate bus of the day from Wilmington up to Philly. I'm the only person on the bus. Look at this, crazy. And because of that we left like 20 minutes early because I was there. We're actually going to arrive into Philly 5 minutes after we should have left Wilmington. That's a combination of leaving early and the immense amount of padding that they put into these buses, because they sort of have to, because they're aimed at people connecting onto flights, and with traffic and the way that can fluctuate, well, you can't really plan on a connection if the traffic varies. So they put such a large amount of padding in, which means that they're pretty much always early. And we're going to be early, hopefully, if the traffic stays good.
They are ready for us, sir, so we are going to step off.
Thank you very much.
And of course, you're going to follow this nice gentleman. Right, and he's going to direct you through.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a great evening.
Thanks very much. You too. Bye-bye.
Alright, back in Philadelphia one more time today. I really am getting deja vu coming through here, although that was the first time I've been through security, albeit probably the world's unhappiest, grumpiest security people here in Philly, but maybe it's the end of the day, I don't know, maybe they're exhausted, they've had a long day, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But hey, we're through, we're airside. We're gonna get a bite to eat and we are then off to the electric city itself of Scranton, Pennsylvania, on the last bus, the only one we've not done yet. And it's also the longest. Maybe I'll sleep, get a bit of rest on that one, I don't know.
Hey, how you doing? Can I get one of the spicy sausage pretzels?
Awesome, thank you very much. No, I'm alright, thank you. Thank you. Something I've seen like every time I've come through Philly today, I've never actually eaten a pretzel dog. A spicy pretzel dog. It's like a sausage in a pretzel. The best of both worlds, pretzely goodness and a nice juicy sausage. It's like a corn dog. As you probably know, a corn dog. It's a bit like a corn dog. Quite nice, it's not on the stick.
With my spicy sausage mission complete, it was time to board my final flight of the day, bound for the Electric City, home of paper, beet farming, and whatever this day's become.
Attention to the board now, y'all. For the passengers going to Landside, bus 6552 Scranton, Wilmington. You are welcome to board.
Thank you.
Thank you. They're gonna scan out the door.
Amazing, thank you. See ya.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Scranton.
Scranton is right here.
This one here. Thank you. Hi there, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you? Alright then, here we go. Finally, the last American Airlines bus of the day, bus number 6, taking me up to Scranton, the Electric City, baby. Let's hope that Michael's left the lights on.
The last leg then took me from Philadelphia up to the home of Dunder Mifflin itself, Scranton, Pennsylvania. Flight time tonight, 2 hours, 24 minutes. So in total today then, I covered just under 350 miles at a total cost of $1,996, plus of course those 2 redemptions I did through Alaska Air Miles. That works out to a cost of $5.75 per mile, easily the most expensive flight/bus I've ever taken. To put that into perspective, I've flown transatlantic in business class for less money than that, but these aren't priced for road trippers like me. They're designed as connecting flights, a way to get small town flyers into the American Airlines network without flying at all. It's a clever workaround, even if it's not exactly the most cost effective. But still, if you're going to end up on a bus, it might as well be one that goes gate to gate, and let's be honest, it was still better than the Greyhound.
We made it. What a day.
Alright, we're ready.
Oh, we made it. 16 hours on American Airlines buses all over the northeast of the country, and we finally got to the last stop. Scranton, Pennsylvania. All that time on buses, now it's time to get in an Uber for the last sort of 7 miles into downtown Scranton. Hi, Wilmy here. I made it to my Airbnb, look where we are. Welcome to the good old days. Love it, love it. Okay, so this whole house seems to be like the office themed. Shroot Farms down there. Let's have a look what we got here. Scranton, the electric city. They've actually got the sign. Look at that. And oh, this is so funny. And then we've got That's What She Said, Under Mifflin, Beers Beats, Battlestar Galactica, Boom Roasted. Well, how the turntable. Oh man, this is incredible. We've got paper here, look. Remove it. Yeah. Dundee. I love it. Okay, this is amazing. I'm gonna have to have a proper look around this. These cushions, sorry. Dinner party. Best episode ever, by the way. Threat level midnight. just amazing. Anyway, welcome to Scranton. Welcome to the office. The home of the office, although actually the office, none of it was filmed here in Scranton, apart from the opening credits. The rest of it was all filmed over in California, hence why Pennsylvania has palm trees in the office. But anyway, that's that. But it's still the spirit of the office lives here in Scranton. But anyway, that was an amazing trip on the bus today. It's very long, very tired. I mean, it's now 1:15 midnight. I've been on the bus since 6 o'clock this morning, so I've been on the bus for a good 18 hours today. I am ready for sleep. It was exhausting, but honestly, I do think them buses are really nice. The buses around Pennsylvania with American Airlines, actually, if you're just doing one flight on them, I think it's better than getting on an actual plane, because you can like work the whole way through, and it's more comfortable than a plane as well. I really like it. So, but let me know what you think down below. And they're on about rolling out more of these buses all around the country, so maybe you'll find yourself on one soon. Are you excited about that prospect? Let me know down in the comments. And in the meantime, I'm off to get some sleep because I can't even get my words out. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, be kind, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.